Hey, Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakah HaKodash. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, which means He is, He exists. And Yahweh Shai is the name of the beloved Son, who the world will ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Yahweh Shai, meaning He deliverer. Bahashem just means in the name. A double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that have taught us this truth, and they continue to teach us. Hey, shalom to y'all brothers doing this mighty and powerful works in hopes of salvation. Right now, unemployment is going up by the day, by the week. Thousands of people are losing their jobs by the hour, by the week. All right? Unemployment is growing. Crime is going to grow. Home invasion is going to grow. Theft and robbery is going to grow. Shortage of jobs is happening right now, man. All right, that means the economy is completely being laid waste. So these videos, I'm going to show you a series of videos. All right, people didn't believe what we were saying. Now it's all happening, man. Prophecies are at the door. All right, we're at the cusp of a society collapse. Now this guy is breaking it down like retail is done for. Customer service is out of the door. Step into these stores, man. There is no more customer service. And that's how you know shit is bad. Where no one even come up to you no more. Hey, could I help you? Could I show you where to find this and that? Check this out, man.
U.S. retailers eliminated more than 64,000 jobs during the first 4 months of 2025, the second most of any industry, and it's a 296% increase from the same 4-month span at the beginning of 2024, guys. Almost 300% more job losses in retail. Now, if anybody saw my video the other day about the end of self-checkout at a lot of these different stores, this shouldn't come as a huge shocker either, because you have all these stores that have been basically trying to push customers to do the job of the associates with this self-checkout nonsense. And now that they're trying to reverse all this stuff, they only have a couple of checkouts open and making people wait forever to actually get checked out. That's not a great experience. So who wants to deal with that? Time is short for everybody. Pretty much anything that can be bought in store can be bought online. So with this behavior, they're just pushing more and more people into buying things online. And one of the largest reasons for these layoffs in the retail industry is retail bankruptcies, because there have been several retail bankruptcies announced in 2025. One of the largest ones was Jo-Ann Fabrics, which left almost 20,000 people without a job. Another one that I covered earlier this year was Party City. They filed for bankruptcy twice, and that left 16,000 people out of a job. Another one was Big Lots. They filed for bankruptcy. They're kind of restructuring their business and they're still around, but they still had to let go of 1,000 people. And even retailers who are not in bankruptcy are still having to lay people off. Starbucks just laid off 1,100 corporate employees. And if anybody out there from the retail industry is watching this video, I can tell you 100% from my own personal experience, besides the self-checkout nonsense, one thing that I hate about going to a retail store today in 2025 that's so much different than it was, say, 10, 15 years ago, is customer service is non-existent. And I can actually speak to this because my very first job I ever had when I was 16 years old was in retail. And people would come up to me all the time when I was working in the store and ask me different.
And the reason too for that is because there's only few employees working, and they're constantly working the hell out of these people, you know. instead of hiring more people. So people, they got their attitude. They don't even want to help you. You know, customer service is dead, man. Retail is dead.
Different questions about where things are to help people find the customer service at somebody who works there. And if you do, the chances that they're going to be friendly and help you find what you need and what? So that's how you're going to answer me? Like, I used to actually say, yeah, $5.25 an hour back then, something like problems with like the traffic of living in Miami, almost nothing that's needed faster than when they can deliver it, you know? Table versus an online retailer, to me, was from the auditing company PwC. They're going to be reducing its US workforce by about 1,500 positions. The reason for this, because they're like an auditing / accounting firm, is because unusually low turnover. So basically, not enough people are leaving the job, so they're forcing people to leave. Now, on the one hand, it sounds like this has been a good place to work if a lot of people haven't wanted to leave, if people have been sticking around for so long that they have to let people go. But most of the people who are getting fired right now are people who just joined the company, but some people who are getting let go were actually up for a promotion, and they just got the notice this week that, oh yeah, by the way, we're letting you go. I mean, how much does that suck, guys? You think you're getting a promotion. That reminds me of the Office Space movie, you know?
Yeah, a lot of people that are getting cut is the newly hired and the people that are up for promotions, the ones that have worked their ass off to move up in the company or to move up to be supervisor. So you know that this shit is everything is through, man. When they're getting rid of the people that work the best, that are up for promotion. Isaiah 19:15, neither shall there be any work for Egypt. The Most High has declared this, that there's going to be no work at all. That means unemployment is going to rise to damn near 100%. Nobody's going to eventually have a job, which the head or the tail, the branch or the rush may do. So even it started with the head. This year, what did Trump do? He started firing the people in the government. That's the head. That's like the top job, top of the line job. All right? Hundreds of thousands each week, thousands from IRS, thousands from the what's it called? FDA, thousands from this department, the health department. You know, crucial positions. Or tail, so even at the bottom. And we're gonna get right into it. When Trump declared, you know, a war against the Northern Kingdom to deport the so-called illegals or immigrants, that eliminated a lot of the jobs at the bottom. All right, the ones that pick strawberries, fruit, the ones that clean houses, nannies. And check this out, man. Local farmers,
my husband thought I was secret,
are blaming Trump because they don't have workers to actually take care of the produce.
exercising when all I did was use tirzepatide. True or
With tariff talks top of mind, South Florida farmers say they're in trouble. Crops are rotting on the vine, and they're blaming the ongoing trade wars and immigration changes.
What does this mean for the future of our food? The Night Team's Heather Walker has a look at tonight's 7 Investigates.
Perfectly good tomatoes are being plowed over instead of picked. It's a sad scene happening in South Florida.
You can't even afford to pick them right now between the cost of the labor and the inputs that go in. It's more cost effective for the farmers to just plow them right now.
Heather Moling understands the struggles that farmers are facing right now. She's part of the family that runs the Homestead produce stand. Robert is here.
These are local tomatoes here.
She says farmers used to get $16 for a box of tomatoes. It's now down to $3 or $4.
Just a horrible price.
So as you can see, the jobs at the tail have been cut, and now the effect is hitting these people, hitting the reapers, the people that make the money. So now they can't even, produce quality crops or produce. And they don't have enough money to hire more employees. All right. And these Americans, they ask for too much money, while these so-called immigrants, the Northern Kingdom, they take whatever they get. So the jobs is gone, man. It says branch or rush may do. May do. Even if people want to work, there is no jobs. May do. People want to work right now. Especially with things getting harder, prices rising, taxes rising, bills. Life is getting harder to maintain. People want to work. But the Most High is going to kill the jobs. Ecclesiastes 12:3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. So the people that keep the economy, from the elites to the people that work at Wall Street, the economists, they are in fear right now. And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few. So jobs are becoming less available. You got a lot of companies that are getting called out for posting jobs, job offers or recruiting offers, but yet they weren't really hiring. Instead they're at their company letting go. So there's a lot of shit going on, man. And this scripture goes into the economic collapse, because the elites, they're getting ready to turn the economy fully digital. No more cash. No more tangible money where they can't track it. It's going to go fully digital. And they are in fear because they're not sure. They're in fear with this plan to kill the dollar and bring in a digital currency. All right? Now we're approaching that day. All right, the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. And those that look out the windows is the CEOs of these corporations, these business owners, that got billion-dollar companies or $1 trillion, but yet they're selling their company or They're filing for bankruptcy, you know, to save their own ass because they're losing so much money. So they're looking out and seeing that this place has a dark future ahead. But yeah, man, shit is looking real bad. It doesn't matter what Trump does right now. The damage is done. All right, so look, check this out, man.
Are you scrolling? I know you're scrolling. Stop scrolling. Check out Bigo Live. It's a place where
it prepares to shut down a package handling facility. DHL Supply Chain will be laying off hundreds of workers as it prepares to shut down a package handling facility in Ontario.
Those layoffs set to begin this summer. KTLA's Shelby Nelson live in Ontario with more. Shelby.
Sure, Micah, that's 346 positions to be exact, and layoffs that are going to be happening in the coming months. The company says that it's because one of its customers is relocating, although they wouldn't say which customer that is, but it comes at the expense of many of these employees who will have uncertain futures because of this. In just a few months, hundreds of workers within these walls will be out of a job. These are just some of the impacted positions, ranging from field managers to human resources.
So even the people that are really have really put some years in and really have built relationships in those companies, they're cut. So administrative assistants, 3 site recruiters, people are getting cut, man. All right.
I got to pay bills. I got to pay child support. I got to go to court next week. What I'm supposed to do?
Today we let the employees know at our Emporia, Virginia plywood mill that we are
really good because it's going to grow.
I was just about to start it.
As soon as possible. Those people jobs.
Without a job, they can't even.
Those people jobs in and around that area and.
Without. There's hundreds of money. This is so unfortunate, guys. And it's so sad that families are getting affected by this. But hey.
Until he hangs up the phone, you know. I can't even tell you how happy that makes my heart. You know what I mean? He is begging China for a deal right now. He's like, you know, just well.
And he didn't understand tariffs on most American products.
Who elected him to this highest office?
Yeah, and that's at the bottom. The factory jobs. Yeah, man. Shit is looking bad right now. People are about to start looking very desperate. Not looking, but being desperate. It says Amos 5:16. Therefore the Lord, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, the God of hosts, the Lord, saith thus: wailing shall be in all streets. Every street in America, every town, every city, every little community. People gonna be crying out, man. Bawling. In their houses, with their family. People gonna be really shedding tears for these jobs, man. You got a lot of people that put their all into their jobs. Now, they ain't about to have nothing.
And the reason I wanted to do that was today's my last day. Today is my last day. Yes. Why? Because I was laid off. I joined UPS in 2021 as a practitioner. Being laid off. Becoming a truck driver actually gives me a few different levels of security. But today's my last day, and we will see how this all plays out. If I'm not able to work for a month, that will not surprise me at all. Layoffs are happening everywhere at a bunch of companies. So just be prepared and have a plan and have a strategy.
Shows a declining volume.
He said for months he might not get a job. And he said it calmly. Nah, dude. Bro. You don't know. He's about to get super desperate.
With imports as well. How concerned are you?
Yeah, I think
layoffs to new changes in tariffs that are already impacting the way we shop. And if you've been seeing empty
shipping volume from China will plummet this week. He joins me now to discuss.
Robinhood Gold offers one of the highest APYs available. Sign up now and get the first 30 days free.
We're Phoenix Energy, a family-owned oil company focused on unleashing American oil from North Dakota and
around 29. Port has
who's saying cargo ship.
With U.S. companies effectively sitting on their hands. Surge in traffic early in the year as U.S. businesses race to get ahead of
on business, and that necessitates laying off 20,000 workers. Again, for context, that's roughly 5% of the workforce. UPS.
We can control how we react. I don't want you to hoard. I want you to drive custom.
And it's crazy. A lot of people are pushing that. Oh yeah, get out there, stock up.
Truckers are warning us. There are empty ports going on right now. There's cut hours, less freight, and it's not just a drill. It's the front line of our food supply, and the food supply is collapsing.
America, brace yourself.
Yeah. Now, let me finish this because this is very serious. When the truckers, the bloodline of any economy of these countries, not just America, everywhere, trucks carry things, carry supplies, all right, in bulk. When that is in trouble, you should worry, all right? It says, thus said thus, wailing shall be in all streets, and they shall say in all the highways, alas, alas. So a lot of people about to say, damn, we're fucked, we're destroyed. Destruction, destruction. Man. And they shall call the husbandmen to mourning. So the skillful, it takes skill to drive a truck. All right, it takes skill to farm. The husbandman's a farmer. Now, we just watched the video of the farmers saying that what Trump did with getting rid of the so-called immigrants is ruining their harvesting business. So you got the farmers crying. The husbandmen to mourning, and such as are skillful of lamentation to wailing. So those that know how to do some shit, man. Trucking is a skillful job. Farming is a very skillful a job. Plumbing, maintenance, all these jobs are going to be taken away.
Ourselves for what's coming. Obviously, if you don't know, I'm a truck driver. We are in a recession right now. Banks have announced a recession, right? And unfortunately, us as truck drivers, we've been feeling this. Some will tell you a year, 2 years, 3 years, but the public has not realized this until now, right? Now, what's going to happen is it's like deja vu all over again. Warehouses are running out of product. They have only so much, and the rest is going to be relied on other countries. Unfortunately, due to the tariffs, we don't have anything to rely on right now, right? Amazon just announced they're laying off thousands of people across the country. For example, my son works at UPS part-time while he's in college. They cut his hours and many of their hours, right? Let's start. Whoever had a car note is going to get their car repossessed. The housing market, foreclosure is going to happen. Bankruptcy is going to happen. There's nothing wrong with bankruptcy. Starting all over. Donald Trump, our president, our commander-in-chief, has filed bankruptcy multiple times under corporation names, right? So that's normal. Fresh start. But we have to understand Donald Trump, I've always said this, right? On paper looks good what he's trying to do. What I mean by that is, ladies and gentlemen, for it the way things cost the average amounts in these warehouses for it to work. The average American wants a very good hourly pay, lucrative, wants 401k, wants health insurance. All that's going to come from the consumer. When the product is being made, all that has to come into consideration and break it down per unit, per cost. It's a little too late for that, right? That's just the way it is.
Another worst week for the trucking industry. I'm actually sitting in Seattle, Washington right now without a load. I don't have no load right now. I dropped my load 8 o'clock in the morning and it's already 1 o'clock that I'm sitting here waiting for the load. A lot of people been asking me, does it gonna get fixed? Is it gonna get better? I have no clue what is going. This is the worst year for the trucking industry.
It's done. Once they get to store shelves, that is it. And the fact that this is being compared worse than COVID is scary as shit.
Damn, he's saying it's worse than the pandemic? Now, this shit's about to be real serious. And they shall call the husbandmen to mourning, and such as are skillful to of lamentation the wailing. So really, people are wailing, man. You know, they crying out on the internet. They crying to the president to do something. So, in all vineyards shall be wailing, for I will pass through thee, said the Lord. So the Lord is bringing that wailing, man. He bringing that sorrow, that pain. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? So a lot of people desire the Lord to come back, but they desire another man. They desire the so-called white man. They desire Jesus. All right, not Yahweh Shai. And that's why it's a destruction, a day of destruction unto them. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. So the day of the Lord is not pretty, man. It's a day of evil for the wicked. It's a day of judgment. All right? It's not what they teach you. Oh, everyone's get raptured up and nah, man. The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him. Or went into a house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. So, you escape from one dangerous event to run into another more greater evil. You think you safe, you run into the house, and then you lean your hand on the wall, and a serpent bites you. It just shows that there is no escape. All right, the day of the Lord is going to be a day of darkness, man. It's just going to be a series of greater evils happening to these people. No escape. Second Ezra 8:50, for many great miseries shall be done to them. So the Lord is about to make these people's lives miserable. Through the famine, through a lot of people losing their jobs, through a lot of events happening in America. dictatorship, tyranny. Gonna bring part of that great misery when people start getting captured and thrown into get deported and they're United States citizens, you know, to when the military's out here, to where people can't afford to live no more, ain't got no job, there's no more resources when the lights go off. Many great miseries. Like I said, man, I said it through the Spirit that it's gonna be like your favorite series. That's how the Lord gonna get you people, with these great miseries. It's gonna make y'all lives miserable. People gonna be catching pure hell out here, man. That in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. So we see the miseries coming upon these people because of their pride. You know? These people are too proud, and the Most High knows how to break pride by putting hell upon you, you people. I think you pretty much get it. Layoffs coming to all sectors. There's no sector that's safe. All right, if they're firing the cashier, why you think they're gonna keep the security guard? If they firing the front desk, you think they're gonna keep the back floor employees, the stockers? Come on, man. Everybody gonna lose their jobs. But right now, brothers that have jobs, the Most High is with you. These people about to lose all their shit, and brothers gonna be coming up. All right, brothers gonna maintain. The Lord gonna take care of them. You know. Righteous. Yeah. Psalms 37 and 25. I have been young and now am old. So he lived the whole life and he discerned this. Yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. Now, if the righteous, you ain't never seen them out here just cast down, Lord ain't helping them. They're not out begging and get to that point where they're bad. How much more the wicked? All right? They gonna be out here forsaken and their seed begging bread. You're gonna see a lot of people begging, man. You're gonna see a lot of people in such bad positions to where they're hitting up all their family members. Please, cousin, let me get some. I'm suffering. I need to feed my kids. You know. But the righteous, the Lord ain't gonna allow that to happen to his men. Lord willing, we are those men. All right. I have not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. All right. So the Most High is gonna take care of the men of the Lord, them and their household. Because if your seed is begging bread, that means you through. I mean, you can't provide that. You can't sustain your family. You can't maintain. But the Most High ain't never did that to those that call upon his name and trust in his name. All right, but these people, they are forsaken. They're not righteous. They're wicked as all hell. And they gonna be out here begging. Them and their kids. You know? Gonna be a lot of people begging, desperate, doing all type of shit. All right, Mary. Really, the collapse of this society is the uprising of the men that serve the Lord. Because then everything's going to be in our favor. The Lord going to be feeding us, taking care of us. And women is going to flock to us. You know, we going to be straight. That's all Jake needs, you know. The Most High, some food, and some box. All right? Serious, man. 2nd Ezra 2:27. Be not weary, for when the days of trouble and heaviness cometh. It says heaviness. Do you know how bad it is for you to be in heaviness? Shit gotta be terrible out here. Others shall weep and be sorrowful. These people gonna be crying and very depressed and in a horrible, the worst their life ever been. They're gonna be at the worst bottom of their life. They never experienced this type of bottom before. All right, because all these people do is chase money and work. But what happens when all of that is gone? A lot of tears, a lot of depression, a lot of pain, man, a lot of suffering. But thou shalt be merry and have abundance. We're going to have more than enough. We're going to have sufficient amount of food, Lord willing. And we're going to be happy. We're going to be happy because everything we've been prophesying about is happening unto us. Isaiah 65. My servant shall eat, and he shall be hungry. He shall be hungry. My servant shall drink. He shall thirst. You know, my servant shall rejoice of heart. Roughly paraphrasing. You know? So the Lord's going to really take care of us in these days. Like he's always have since we stepped in this truth. Or even our whole life, before this truth. But especially when we cross that line. You know? So our time is coming as this world is falling. You know, the Lord, man, Lord gonna really do wonders for brothers in these hard ass times, man. Imagine just having the privilege of food, water. That's abundance. Nobody else is gonna have it. Imagine still working where goddamn 90% of the population don't have a job. Or imagine eating where there's 70% of people that don't even eat the whole week. So yeah, man, giving all praises to Yahweh by Shemel Shai. You know, we're just gonna watch this unfold and Lord willing stay in the spirit. But yeah, Shalom.